Good morning, everybody.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. Welcome. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday. Last day of school, 8th grade graduation.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Congratulations to the 6th graders yesterday on their graduation. Joseph, you're graduating today.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel?
I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's exciting. But also, I'm not nervous because I don't know. I'm not really nervous because it's easy. I don't know. I just feel confident because I accomplished a lot. This is the first year with all threes and up. So, yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations. And you're not going to be too far. You're just going to be a few steps across the way. So you'll get to come back and visit and say hi to all your teachers.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's get this show started.
Yay. All right, everyone. Welcome to Community Meeting. At Impact Academy, we strive to create and maintain a safe space, both physical and virtual, for everyone in this community. Next, so today, well, along with the whole week, we are focusing on growth mindset, agency, community, respect, and joy. So like every community meeting, I'm going to talk about our safe zone. This space respects all aspects of people, including race, ethnicity, gender expression, sexual orientation, socioeconomic background, age, religion, and ability. So please be respectful and mindful in the chat when you're saying something. And if you're in-person teachers or students, wherever you are, let's be respectful and keep that mindset. Happy birthday to all the birthday people. We did not say happy birthday the last couple community meetings, but if you know it was your birthday, happy birthday. So happy birthday, William, Fernanda, Johnny, Gina, Melanie, Jocelyn. Happy birthday, everybody, and many more who will not celebrate the past couple days. Happy birthday, everybody. Woo. Thank you everyone for saying happy birthday in the chat and your support. Thank you, everybody. Please say happy birthday in the chat to show your peers and students or classmates support. We have news that
I just realized something. If you have a birthday that is coming up after this week or over the summer, throw it in the chat. Let us know when your birthday is. And of course, happy birthday. Mine is July 24th. So I'll be celebrating my birthday in July when all y'all are on summer vacation.
Yeah, my friend's birthday is July 11th. Yay. So not July 11th. That's something else. Yeah.
Another fun fact, Mia, I'm not quite sure where she is right now, but her birthday is also in July.
I just texted Mia. She says she is on her way.
Awesome. Well, happy birthday to Mia in July.
A lot of summer birthdays.
Yeah.
Oh, Samar. My birthday is January 31st. So yeah, January is my favorite month.
All right. Oh, we got a lot in November. Well, we'll celebrate the November birthdays because we'll be in school. But for the folks that are in July or towards the end of June, happy birthday to y'all.
Yes, happy birthday, everybody. Please show your support in the chat. And happy birthday to all the summer childs and kids and other peoples. Now we're going to go on to Tiny Talks. Welcome to Tiny Talks. I'm Joseph Johnson. Come in.
Hi, my name is Mia Kendall, and welcome to Tiny Talks.
Hello, Ms. Vanachik.
Hi, Joseph.
Wow. Nice to see you back again for our last episode of Tiny Talks.
Yes, thanks for having me.
No problem. So first we're gonna start like every other Tiny Talks. What is your name, pronouns, and what do you prefer to be called?
My name is Miss Banashchik. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I prefer to be called Miss Banashchik.
All right, Ms. Vanachik. So I believe you are our first guest, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that means you are our last guest as well. Told you we would like to have you back on the show, and now we have you back on the show. So welcome. Let's talk about why you're here. So okay, first question. How do you support the LGBTQIA plus community?
Thanks. Good question. I know when we were talking initially, you wanted me to talk about art and like representation, but I felt like as the last guest of Tiny Talks, I wanted to kind of broaden that question, and I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
So some ways that I support the LGBTQIA plus community is number one, being loud and proud as a teacher and a human, etc., whatever role I take on. Number two, making and sharing art that has queer and intersectional representation. And then number three, I try to lead my classes in an inclusive manner.
Okay, before we go to the next slide, quick question. Why do you think it's important to share art that is queer?
I think in general, it's important to share art that shows different types of people because we're not just one type of human. Mm-hmm. And I think, especially with queer or like art for people of color, it's really important to show that they are around and we are making art about them. And art is a really beautiful way to like share a message without using words.
All right, next slide. All right, would you mind reading the slide and telling us?
Yes. The idea behind this slide was, when I mean loud and proud, as a teacher especially, that hasn't always been the case that you can be out and queer and be safe. And I think in the Bay, we live in this kind of bubble of safety, but something to think about is in other states, it actually isn't necessarily safe to be a queer teacher. For example, when I was researching, I figured out that there's something called the ministerial exception, which is a current and living legal document, which means it is part of the law that religious institutions like Catholic schools or I can't think of other examples, they can discriminate against their teachers by labeling them as ministers. So a lot of queer teachers have been fired from religious schools for that reason. But something that, like, conversely, the Supreme Court did say that in June 2020, you can't be fired because of your sexual orientation. But if you think about it, as lovely as that is, the fact that it took so long is wild. That means just last year in May, you could have been fired for being a queer teacher, which is like mind blowing.
Yeah.
And then something else to think about is there are a lot of kids who are feeling bullied or like unsafe. Glisten, which is a big queer nonprofit, they found out that a lot of kids, like 98% of students from this survey, they have heard like homophobic words used in school, and over half of queer students felt unsafe. So we do have a lot of work to do. So when I mean I'm loud and proud, I'm doing it because there are people who can't be loud and proud right now. So I want to show them that we are here.
Thank you for that. So in the corner, it says, love yourself. Can you give us examples or just something? What does that mean to you? Or like, how can you love yourself?
Oh gosh, such a tough question.
Self-care, so that could be something, you know.
I think one of the ways I learned to love myself over the pandemic is I finally got a hairstyle that I was really wanting for a long time. Like, you know, around my head is shaved all the way, and I feel like that's such a big symbol to my community that like I am queer and I'm proud. And for the longest time, I was always told to keep my hair long. So that's an example of how I love myself right now.
Your haircut is awesome. It is. Welcome, Mia.
Hi, Mia.
You're muted.
Sorry I'm late.
It's okay, no problem. We just started about maybe 5 minutes ago. So if you have any opening questions, Mia, go ahead.
I'd like to know just right now, like catch up on what you're first talking about, like more about what you want to explain to everybody.
Yeah, me and Joseph were just talking about how in some states in this country, it's still unsafe to be a queer teacher. And we were talking about how even though the Supreme Court ruled that you can't be fired because of your sexual orientation or gender identity, a lot of queer students do still feel unsafe. So there's a lot of work to do.
Thank you very much for sharing that with us. I'd like to know your personal experience or things that you've seen happen, like hate that you've seen go towards the community, like personally, or something that's really affected you.
Good question. I mean, I think growing up, I didn't have a LGBTQIA plus teacher till I got to college, or at least they weren't out. And I know that sometimes I hear students are on campus using like sus or that's gay. So I think it's something we can work on. But those are just some of my experiences.
Thank you.
Thank you. Could we move on to the next slide?
Great.
Ooh.
So this is some of my examples of how I share art with representation. And I'm going to go kind of quickly because I noticed the time. So the first image that says Module 3 was a page from the workbook I gave all my art students. And if you notice, one of the mermaids is a bit on the smaller side, and then the other is on the bigger side. And I thought it was important to show a diversity of bodies because every person has a different and unique body. The image in the middle is a fundraiser I'm doing right now where you can buy a pet portrait from me. This is my dog, Henrietta. And the proceeds go to 2 queer nonprofits. I see Jody's comment about Henrietta. And then on the right is a page from a a coloring book that I made. And this is a trans man in a wheelchair. And this book actually is internationally selling. So that means people all over the world get to see this.
Wow. This is actually very inspiring. I remember seeing the mermaids on the mermaids. Yeah, I remember because it was in the workbook. I remember the guy as well, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Henrietta. That's a beautiful dog. I love pit bulls.
And then just really quickly, when I talk about leading classes in an inclusive manner, that means my classroom has a lot of pride flags all over the place. It also has flags for other countries, and every student can see themselves on my walls. The image of the students working in person, I teach embroidery, which has historically been a woman's only art form. So I make all of my students learn something. And then on the last image, that is a page in a coloring book that my kids can utilize when they're done with art.
Wow, this is awesome. I see the flags all in the first image in the back. Yeah, I see a lot of inspiring things. Mia, do you have any comments or questions?
Oh, I'd just like to say thank you so much for sharing this with us. I could see that you have so much love for all your students and your whole community, and you really try to represent everybody in the classroom. And although you may not understand every single community, you like to try and represent them as best as you can. Mm-hmm. So I can see you really try to put as much love and care as you can so that every student feels like they're accepted and represented, and so other students that may not be a part of the community can learn about it so they don't feel uncomfortable when there is somebody from that community coming into the space.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Of course. Thanks for having me, y'all.
No problem. Is this the last slide or?
It is.
Oh wow, right on time too. You were our first guest, which was awesome, and our last guest was just as amazing. So thank you so much for taking the time and coming on today.
Of course.
Yay! Have a lovely day.
Thanks, y'all. Bye. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. I'm gonna get a hello from Mr. Key.
Yep, we have a very special hello from Mr. Key himself.
Twenty-five, 2560. How does an awesome possum impact decorated teaching staff? Unite the students through Zoom chats, doing distance learning like academic acrobats. Breathe in, breathe out, you ready for more yet? So what did I miss? What did I miss? Impact my home sweet home, I wanna give you a social distance hug. We've been praying for more rain all spring. This pandemic, man, it's the worst thing. Then put a mask on right, cause it saves lives. Woo! All right, hello everybody, and welcome to What Did I Miss? Today we have some gratitude and a special guest, Miss Kelly, to talk a little bit about a collaborative music video that she made. So can't wait to have that happen. Looking forward to showing a thank you or two to some of our amazing staff members who are leaving us here. I know. We are going to do some gratitude. So I first want to say thank you, Miss Kelly, for the 6 years since 2015 that you have been at Envision and helping us here at Impact Academy middle grades, going from fully enrolling our first ever middle school at Envision, founding our 8th grade English class, your teamwork, your team mindset, and the way that you took on English in the 8th grade as an inclusive, proactive role to support English language learners. It's just a beautiful thing. So everyone, show Miss Kelly love in the chat. Show the love. We can't wait to hear what you'll do next. And we wish you all the luck, Miss Kelly. And we will miss you so much. Keep it coming in the chat. Show those props and that love for Miss Kelly. Thank you, Miss Kelly. Miss Khan, thank you, Miss Khan, in our Learning Center. You, even though you were only here for 1 year, we wish you could have stayed longer. The way that you came in a virtual year and supported all of our learners, especially helping out 6th graders, your team mindset, your collaboration, we all wish that it was longer. Like, we know that you would have loved being here on campus with us, and I know that you wanted it to go longer too. But Miss Khan, we're so grateful that we got your expertise and your energy and your positive attitude all this year. And we wish you all the best in Texas next year, okay? Big hugs to you, Miss Khan. Show Miss Khan love and props in the chat. I know many of you are like, wait, did I get the chance to meet her? Those of you who know her, very lucky. Show her some love in that chat. Keep it coming. Miss Danny, is Miss Danny in the house? You have been at Impact for a long time as a student, and then as a guide, and then as a teacher, specifically when you came back here to Impact 3 years ago in 2018 and took on the role of our Flex Guide. I think that your point of view as an alum who graduated from Impact Academy, the way that you worked in the same school that you went to and want to serve your community, We know this is definitely not goodbye. I mean, you still got family here in the school. And the way that you took on and led the 8th grade portfolio work for years, right? Like your collaboration with Miss Kelly, with Mr. B, with Mr. Donovan, like the ways that you led that work because you had been through it yourself really empowered our 8th graders to tell their stories for years, to access their agency and to share their own personal narratives. So Miss Danny, we wish you all the luck. We also know that this is not goodbye, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much for your 3 years of service here as a teacher at Impact Middle Grades. Show so much love to Miss Danny in the chat. Keep those props coming. This gratitude feels great to people who I know it's a bittersweet goodbye. All right, Mick Schuler is up next. Mick Schuler also joined us 3 years ago in 2018 to be our founding 6th grade English teacher. And I think that your legacy that you are leaving here in the middle grades is a love of reading. That 6th grade means you come into this school and you read so many books and you get access to diverse authors that really represent all the different identities of our students, all the different intersectionalities of identity. The way that you connect with students and their reading to build that love of reading and to share it across the school is such a powerful legacy that you're leaving here. And I will also say that the way that you connect with our student gamers really has supported their community during clubs and also in class and advisory. So much luck to you in your gaming future, your teaching future, and we will miss everything that you've brought to us here in the 6th grade Mick Schuler. Please show Mick Schuler some love in the chat, show some props for them. I know that they would love to see all the love that you've got for what you learned in Mick Schuler's class. All right, Miss Eliana. Miss Eliana also was part of our founding 6th grade class 3 years ago in 2018. You helped start and found our 6th grade flex class. And so everything that you brought to that role, both as a co-advisor with Miss Mari, as well as collaborating with the flex team, really helped build a culture of, I know your students love to play games. I know that they love the way that you bring wellness and well-being into your class to make sure that their minds, bodies, hearts are all well taken care of. Miss Eliana, we are so excited for your future as a teacher and so happy and proud of you for going after your dream to become an elementary school teacher. And we cannot wait to see what happens next for you. We're so sad that you are leaving and so excited at the same time. Everyone, please show love for Miss Eliana in the chat for all the fun memories that you remember having with her. I know that she would love to see and feel the love from you. And last but not least, we got Mr. Donovan, Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall also joined us 3 years ago in 2018, and he has been a leader on staff around especially this idea of gratitude, sharing gratitude for others, for yourself in written form, on those gratitude note cards that he would make and give students, through Give Thanks, through his Instagram. I think that Mr. Donovan has become our own resident celebrity here on campus, and we're so proud and excited to see of what comes next. We know we're going to see you all over the place. We already are, but I think the way that your legacy will live on here at Impact is the role of student advocate that you played, how you always kept students front and center in your every breathing moment of every day, and the way that you're going to leave with us here at Impact the importance of showing gratitude and appreciation to each other throughout the day, that it makes the person who's giving the gratitude feel better, and it makes the person who's receiving the gratitude feel loved and seen. So Mr. Donovan, show Mr. Donovan love in the chat. Mr. Hall, love in the chat. I know the props are coming through, but just want to say thank you so much to all 6 of these amazing Spartans. Woo! I will really miss you. I'm really honored to have worked with all 6 of you, and I know our students were so lucky to have you over the past 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 years. And impact won't be the same without you here. So please don't be strangers. And everyone, thank you so much for showing love to this amazing group of people. I will also note that we have a lot of teachers and staff members who are staying, who also deserve tons of love and gratitude and support. And so we'll get the chance to celebrate those staff next year and this summer. But if there's anyone else that you're feeling the love for, please shout them out. I know that they would love to hear your love also. All right. Woo. We're going to do a little bit of a change here now. I think Miss Kelly is ready. We're going to share this amazing song that she made. So let's see. We're going to invite Miss Kelly into the room. Thank you so much, everyone, for an amazing year of art and music and poetry and sports and video games and songs. It's been so much fun sharing all of your skills and creativity and talents here. And we're going to close it out with the one and only Miss Kelly. Hi, Miss Kelly.
Hello. Thanks for inviting me on today.
Of course. I'm so excited to share this piece of art that you dreamt up and shared with a bunch of people. So can you tell us a little bit about what you made and what we're going to see?
Yeah. So this song, well, okay, first of all, it's been a weird year. Everyone knows that. I think for me, this year has been a bit of a roller coaster. And actually in the chat, I'm curious, we did this in our advisory, but put an adjective or two or three that describes this school year. And I guess this will take a minute because the YouTube is like a couple seconds behind us. Is that right, Mr. Key?
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, this year has sometimes been like totally great and sometimes been totally terrible. So at one point in the year when I was feeling really low and really sad, yeah, the stuff I'm seeing in the chat is kind of all over the place. Some stuff amazing, some dizzy, challenging, weird. So at one of the moments when I was feeling really down, I was listening to this song. That's the singer, from the musical Dear Evan Hansen, and the character is like alone and feeling sad and feeling like cut off from everybody that they know. And I was like, that's how I feel right now. I'm stuck in my room staring at a computer. So I rewrote the lyrics to the song to be about Zoom school, and it was like really a depressing song. And then that was very cathartic. I even sang it to Mr. B over Zoom, and to Ms. Patel and to Ms. Rita and also to Mrs. Bryan. And then I just kind of put it away for a while. And then a couple months later, there was another week where I was feeling like really grateful for the amount of connection that I had felt that week and feeling like it was like one of the better weeks. And so I decided to go back and I rewrote the lyrics to the later verses to make the song be about like being lonely, but then finding community online and like making connections. And I think that's the story for a lot of people, like figuring out how to keep friendships and like, I don't know, like watch movies with your friends online, even though you're not together, or how to like, even when you're feeling like maybe nobody wants to talk to you, like FaceTiming a friend, and then lo and behold, they were also lonely, right? So we've all been figuring out how to connect. And so this song kind of actually turned from something that I was just writing for myself in my bedroom into a music video when Mr. Key was like, we should make a music video before the end of the year. And I was like, oh my gosh, I already recorded the song. And I played it for Mr. Key and he was like, oh my gosh, let's do it. So then I invited a bunch of you to come online to record the music video on Zoom. And we had sort of like a funny, goofy, like 30-minute Zoom call where we like wrote stuff in the chat and turned our cameras on and off and like changed our names. And so you will see lots of, if you're in the film, you know you're in the film. And some of you even recorded yourselves singing. And so you're like, there are a bunch of student voices edited into the vocal track. And so, yeah, so this is the video that a lot of you helped with. And if you didn't help with it, you'll probably recognize people who are in it. And I hope you enjoy and that you hear something in it that's like, oh yeah, that is kind of like my experience this year. And also, I'm going to miss you all. So it's also a song, a little love song from me to all of you.
Aww. Tears. Let them flow. Tears are gifts. All right, we're gonna roll the clip.
I start the Zoom call for class. Welcome name after name inside. And as the seconds tick past, the boxes fill but the faces hide. We're together but not. Connections here are tough to make. I miss the laughter and thought. It comes alive in a classroom space. So step up to the mic so you can be heard. Step up to the mic and show what you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever know these people we are with? Cause we're tapping on the keys. We're waving through a Zoom box. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I'll wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching in the chat. I'm typing through window. Can anybody see? Is anybody typing back to me? We start with welcome and hi. Breathe together or hear a song. In breakout rooms we can talk and start to realize that we belong. So step up to the mic so you can be heard. Step up to the mic and you'll be heard. You'll be heard. In my bedroom, always zooming in, and I think I know these people I am with, cause we're tapping on the keys. We're waving through the Zoom box. I try to speak, and this time you can hear, and in the chat, responses do appear, and we're typing back and forth. We're talking through a window, alone, but we're still seen. Even through a screen. When you're lagging in a Zoom call and you cannot hear a sound, your connection is unstable to the call and to the crowd. When you're lagging in a Zoom call and you cannot hear a sound, your connection is unstable to the call and to the crowd. When you're lagging in a Zoom call and you cannot hear a sound, reconnect when you are able and we'll still be around. When you're lagging in a Zoom call and you cannot hear a sound, reconnect when you are able and we'll still be around. Can I even hear a sound? Can you even hear a sound? Yes, I can hear your sound. You did make a sound. From our bedrooms, always zooming in, and we think we know these people we are with, cause we're tapping on the keys. We're waving through a Zoom box. I try to speak, and this time you can hear, and in the chat responses do appear, and we're typing back and forth. We're talking through window, alone but we're still seen, even through a Chromebook's tiny screen. Join us in the Zoom call, zooming.
That was beautiful, Miss Kelly.
Thanks. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. It's also up on YouTube, so if you want to go find it, you can. And thank you, Mr. Key, for doing all the video editing, and Mr. B for having the most excellent outfit on that call. I really wanted to really make you the star. Unfortunately, we didn't have quite enough footage for that, but anyway, thank you both.
Thank you. All right. Well, big props to Miss Kelly. Big props to all the different people who sang and appeared in the video. We hope it was a great way to end off the year. I'm going to bring our host, Joseph, back into the stream and Mia back into the screen. What'd you guys think?
That was awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
Good job, Miss Kelly and everybody else in the video.
Yes, thank you, Miss Kelly, for coming on and showing you your awesome singing and choreography. I think it's called, huh? But yeah, thank you, Mr. B and Mr. for inviting us in.
I have a little surprise for you guys. So yeah, just want to make sure everything is set up. It is. Okay, let's bring it back. So we've been saying a lot of appreciations to a lot of folks that are leaving, but we have two amazing folks here in Mia and Joseph, and this year couldn't have been what it was and what it is because of your support. Yes, thank you, Mr. Key. And I just wanted to share with the community a couple gifts that I'd like to bestow on both of you.
Whoa.
They're in the mail, they're on their way, but the official TinyTalks shirt is coming your way. It is exclusive for the folks in this space, but if folks are interested in getting one next year, we'll definitely have that. But both of you have also been members of the BSU. It is a group that has been on campus in the past, and we recently revived it, and we did it in distance learning. And both of you did such an amazing job this year of really bringing the community together, both middle school and high school. And I just wanted to show my appreciation to you both by offering these two gifts. But wait, there's more. Mr. Key was able to also apply for a grant. Basically, they were looking at ways that schools have been building community through distance learning, and Impact, or IAMG specifically, won this grant, and they gave it specifically to educators so that they could do something for their students and for the community. And so I was given a share of some of that money, and I'm going to give that money to you. So I'm also going to be giving you a check to help you over the summer if you have a job or don't have a job, something just to kind of treat yourself, because you deserve it. And so I hope that you accept these gifts, that you continue to do the amazing things that you do, not only in this community, but in your community outside of the school. And I love and appreciate you both. So thank you. And that was a lot, but yeah.
Thank you, Mr. B and Mr.
Thank you.
Everyone, show some love to them in the chat, please. These students here are amazing, and I don't know how we're gonna replicate TinyTalks next year, but we got to do something similar in our community, and all are welcome. It started in the mind of Joseph, expanded with Mia jumping into this, and we made it work. And so I'm looking forward to supporting whoever has the ideas or the dreams to do something fun for this community. So thank you for letting me support you through this.
Yeah, thank you for helping me reach my goal, for having the community's voice heard, adding me into this adventure, because it has been a journey and a great adventure, because it's been all ups, no downs. So thank you.
Thank you. It's been an amazing year. I'm gonna miss both of you. I know it's only gonna be like 3 months till school's back up, but still feels like way longer. And thank you so much, Mr. B, for the shirts and everything. And also, Mr. Key, don't act like I didn't forget Mr. Key. Mr. Key's awesome too. Thank you guys both. You guys are both awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all so much, and I look forward to celebrating you later on, Joseph, for your graduation. Congratulations yesterday, Mia. A wonderful speech.
Yes, congratulations, Mia. I watched your speech.
Thank you.
Apparently, you have a speech tonight too, Joseph. So looking forward to that.
I'm gonna watch yours, Joseph.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We're gonna sign off. And one of the most important things, as this little bee here, is a new contest. We're going to try and create a Pride shirt for Impact. We've been celebrating Pride Month this week, and we'll continue to do so. If you have ideas, sketches, drawings, anything, send them my way. You know how to find me. And one of the most important things is be happy, be proud, and be you. Have a wonderful year.
Have a wonderful year, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Woo. Summer 8th graders, we have our graduation today, and have fun.
All right.
Good.
Signing off. I'm going to hit a button. Goodbye.
Bye.